Hello students, welcome back to Midhaguru. So this is the lecture for sets. Okay, in the previous class we have learnt about the concept of set, what is set, how the sets can be represented, set builder form and roster form, then different types of sets like singleton set, empty set, finite set, infinite set, universal set. These are the topics that we have already discussed. Okay, so in this class we are going to discuss some further topics. So let's start. So in this class we are going to discuss about overlapping of sets. The first topic that we are going to discuss is overlapping of sets. What is overlapping set, or we also call it intersecting set. Okay, let's understand what is overlapping set. Overlapping set means if two sets are given, for example, if two sets are given and there is one or two or one or more than one common elements between these two sets, then the sets are said to be overlapping. For example, there is a set A given 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and there is another set B given 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. Okay, these two sets are given, and if we try to find out the common element between these two sets, we can find that 5 is the common element, right? 5 is the common element. So we can write A intersection B. Intersection means common, that is common in both these sets. So we can write A intersection B is 5. So if there is at least one common element between the given sets, one or two or more than two sets, then we can say that the given set is overlapping set. So here we can also write A intersection B not here we can also say that A intersection B not equal to 5, right? A intersection B is not equal to 5. Then the sets are said to be overlapping or intersecting sets. Okay, so I hope you understand this topic. This is a very simple concept. Overlapping set means if in any two sets, minimum two sets, okay, it can be more than two also. So if in any two sets there is at least one element common, then the set is said to be overlapping. So after overlapping set there is one more set which is disjoint set. This is just the opposite of overlapping set. In overlapping set there should be at least one element common, but in disjoint set there is no element in common. Okay, let's say for example there is a set A which is set of vowels, okay, and there is another set B which is set of consonants. So if we try to find A intersection B, this sign is common as I've already told you, and this is known as intersection. So if we try to find A intersection B, we get an empty set, because in vowels and consonants these are two different things. They cannot be common. It means that no element is common in these two sets. Okay, so A intersection B is 5. So in disjoint sets A intersection B is equal to 5. This is the condition for disjoint sets, and in overlapping set A intersection B not equal to 5. This is the condition for overlapping set. This is for overlapping set and this is for disjoint set. Disjoint set. Okay, I hope this is clear. Disjoint set and overlapping set are clear. Okay, next is subset. What is subset? This is very important topic for this class also and for your further classes as well. Okay, so subset is, let's understand this with the help of this figure. Okay, this figure is given. This is a universal set. We have already discussed what is universal set. So this set is a universal set. The pink one is the universal set, the green one is set B, and the blue one is set A. So inside the set B there is another set which is A. So we can also say here that all the elements of A, all the elements of A are present in B. present in B, right? By considering this figure, we can say that all the elements of A have some elements which is also the element of B, right? So we can say that A is a subset of B. Okay, this sign is for subsets. Subset. Some books also write subset as A is subset of B. This is also correct. Okay, so here we can say that A is a subset of subset of B, because all the elements of A are present in B. So subset is, if A and B be any two sets, then A is called the subset of B if every member of A is also a member of B. It means every element of A is present in the set B, then we can say that A is subset of B. Or we can write, if X belongs to A and X belongs to B also, then we can write A is a subset of B. Okay, I hope this is clear. What is subset? Subset is if every element of first set is present in the second set, then the first set is known as subset of the second set, and here B contains all the elements of A, right? So B is called the superset, because it contains all the elements of A. So B is known as, here B is superset and A is subset. Superset of A and A is subset of B. Okay, clear? I hope this is clear. Now there are some points that we have to remember regarding this subset. First is, if A is any set, then A is a subset of A, which means every set is subset of itself. For example, let us understand this with the help of an example. Okay, for example, A is set 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, this is a set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 A, and we can also say that every element of A contains in A, right? It means every element of A is in A itself. So we can say A is a subset of A, which means every set is a subset of itself. Okay, every set is a subset of itself. Or if we try to find its subsets, so how do we write a subset? For example, this A has 1, A has 2, it has 3, 4 and 5. Okay, these all, then pairing 1 and 2, then 2 and 3. So like this we can pair so many numbers. We will later on discuss how to find the total number of subsets. Okay, so despite of all these numbers, there is one more set that belongs to A, which is 5, which is an empty set, right? There is an empty set also which can belong to this set A. So empty set is a subset of every set. Every set is a subset of itself. Every set is a subset of itself, and empty set is also the subset of every set. Okay, next is every set is a subset of universal set. Obviously, if there is a universal set U, let us say universal set be natural number. So if we take any natural number between any natural number, set of any natural number, few natural numbers, then we can say that universal set is a superset of every set, right? So every set is a subset of universal set. So every set is a subset of universal set. U is the universal set. Now next is, if A and B are two sets, and then A equal to B if and only if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. For example, if A is a subset of B, which means that the set B contains all the elements of set A, and if B is a subset of A, it means that the set A contains all the elements of set B. So with these two equations, we can conclude that A is equal to B, right? So if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, then we can say that A equal to B. So these are some of the points that you have to remember regarding subset. Okay. Now next is operation on sets. What is operations on set? It is quite really important and interesting and easy as well, right? So on operation of sets, we will first understand union of set. What is union? Union means, simply means addition. Okay, simply means addition. Union means addition. So we have to add two sets. How do we add two sets? Let's understand. So if a set A is given A, E, I, O, U, and a set B is given B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D and E. Okay, then we have to find A union B. A union B, we can write all the elements of A and all the elements of B inside a single set. If we write all the elements of A and all the elements of B inside a single set, then that set is known as A union B. One thing that we have to keep in mind is that we cannot repeat the elements, right? So for example, if here A is present in both the sets, A is present, so we cannot write A two times, we can write A only one time. So if we write A union B, we can write A, E, I, O, U, B, C and D. So this is A union B, because we cannot write A two times and we cannot write E two times as well. And other than that, we have written all the elements inside this set. Okay, so this is A union B. Next is, if A is the color of the rainbow and B is black, red, white, blue, etc. So we have to find A union B. So to find A union B, we can write all the elements of A and all the elements of B inside a single set. So the color of the rainbows are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. Okay, so these are the elements of set A, and in set B there are black. So we have to write here black. Then red is already written. Red is already written, so we will not write red two times or three times or more than. It means we will not repeat any element. Okay, blue is already written, so we will also not write blue, and white also. White. Okay, so this is A union B for this question. So I hope you understand what is the union of set. Union of set is simply adding two sets without repeating any element inside the set. Okay, next is intersection of set. Intersection we have already discussed. What is intersection? Intersection is common, taking common between the two sets. So for example, here it is given that A, E, I, O, U and B is given A, B, C, D, E. So A union B, we can A intersection B. This sign is for union and this sign is for intersection, right? Union means addition and intersection means common, taking common between the two sets. Okay, so A is A, E, I, O, U and B is A, B, C, D, E. So A intersection B means taking common elements of these two sets. So what are the common elements of these two sets? A is common, so A. E is also common, so E. I is not, O is also not, and U is also not, B, C, D also not. So A intersection B of this set, these two sets are A and E. The elements inside A intersection B is A and E. Okay, now next is colors of the rainbow and black, red, blue, white. Okay, same question, we have to find A intersection B. So color of the rainbow include violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. And in this set, red and blue is only the two colors that are present in the colors of rainbow as well. So the common element between these two sets are red and blue. So it is A intersection B. Okay, I hope this is clear. Union means addition, it can be represented by this sign, and intersection means common, which can be represented by this sign. Okay, union means taking all the elements of both the sets without repeating any element, and intersection means taking the common elements between the two sets. Okay, I hope this is clear. Next is we have to remember some important points regarding union and intersection of the sets. First is A union phi. Phi is the empty set. So if we write A, set A is A, B and C, and set B is empty, which is phi. So if we write A union phi, then we can write set A, which is A, B and C. So A union phi is just set A. A union, this is a sign of universal set. Okay, universal set. So A union universal set is universal set because universal set is the largest set, and inside it any set A. So A union universal set is universal set. A union universal set is universal set. Okay, so A union universal set is universal set. Next is A union A is A. Obviously, if you union any two sets which are same, A union A, then it is always equal to A. Okay, so A union A is A. Next is if A and B be any sets. Let's first erase these things. Okay, next is if A and B be any two sets, then A union B is equals to B union A. Let's understand this with the help of an example. A is 1, 2, 3. Okay, and B is A, B, C. So A union B is equals to 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, and B union A is equals to 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. So these two sets are equal. It means A union B is equal to B union A. Right, A union B is equal to B union A, and it is also known as commutative property. Commutative property. Okay, A union B is equals to B union A, which is also known as commutative property. Next is if A is a subset of A, if A is a subset of A union B and B is a subset of A union B, it means the elements of A are present in A union B and the elements of B are also present in A union B. Obviously, this is possible. So, A union B is the universal set. Okay, elements of A are present in A union B. What does that mean? Elements of A are present in A union B and elements of B are also present in A union B. So, A union B, this is the universal set. This is the universal set. Okay, next is if A intersection B is a subset of A and A intersection B is a subset of B. What does that mean? A intersection B is a subset of A. It means the elements of A intersection B present in A. Let's understand this with one example. Okay. So the elements of A intersection B, if we try, let's say set A 1, 2, 3 and another set B 3, 2, 4. So what is A intersection B? A intersection B is, what is A intersection B? 2 and 3. So the elements of A are present in A intersection B 2 and 3 and elements of B are also present in A intersection B. Not all elements but few elements are present. Okay, so A intersection B, the elements of A present in A intersection B, so it is a subset of A, and elements of B also present in A intersection B. Okay, so A intersection B is a subset of A also and A intersection B is a subset of B also. I hope this is clear. Okay, now the another topic is complement of a set. What is complement of a set? Complement of a set means for any set A, we can find the complement by subtracting that set from universal set. Okay, For example, let us consider any set A is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, and another a universal set which is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So complement of A is written as A dash or A bar or A and C in the power of A. Okay, these are the signs to represent the complement of any set. So A complement we can find A complement by subtracting universal set minus the set given set. So universal set minus set A, so we can write A complement is equals to, so from universal set we have to remove these 4 elements 1, 2, 3 and 4. So A complement is just 5 only. So this is A complement. So A complement is the set for any set A. Let U be the universal set and A be any set, then complement of a set is the set consisting of all those elements of U which does not belong to A. For all those elements of U which does not belongs to A. So here it is 5 only. So 5 is the complement of set A. Let's solve these examples and understand our concept more clear way. Okay, so first set is given 1, 2, 1, 3, 7 and 8 and universal set is given 1, 2, 3 and up to 10. So A complement is what? Universal set minus set A. So it is 1, 3, 7 and 8 are removed from this set. So 1 is removed, 2, 3 is also removed. So 3 removed, 4, then 5, then 6, 7 and 8 are removed, then 9 and 10. So this is A complement. Okay, A complement is universal set minus the given set. Next is even natural number. The set A is even natural number and universal set is natural number. So if we remove all the even natural numbers from the set of natural number, what do we get? We get odd natural number only. Odd natural number. Okay, so complement of set A is odd natural number. I hope this is clear. This is easy. Okay. Now few more points to remember. A and A dash are always disjoint sets. What is disjoint set? Disjoint set means no elements are common between the two sets. So obviously A is a set and A dash means complement of set A, right? So complement of set A and set A have no elements in common because complement can be found by removing the elements of that set, right? So complement of set A and A are disjoint set always. Next is the union of set A and A dash is always universal set. Let's understand this with the help of an example. Let us say set A is 1, 2, 3, 4 and set universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So union of A and A dash. So first we find A dash. A dash is 1, 2, 3, 4. Removing these 4 elements we get 5 and 6. Now on operating union operation in these two sets, A union A dash is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what do we got? We got the universal set, right? We got the universal set on operating A union A dash. So the union of A and A dash is always universal set. Next is complement of universal set is 5. Obviously complement, if we complement any universal set we get 5, no element present. Okay. Now complement of empty set is universal, just the opposite. Complement of any empty set is the universal set. Okay, I hope this is clear. So students, now we will do some questions regarding the chapter. Okay, so first question is classify the following as finite, infinite and empty set. If the set is non-empty and finite, mention the cardinal number. We have to find whether the set is finite or infinite or empty, and if it is finite and non-empty then we have to find its cardinal number. So let's do multiples of 5. If we write the multiples of 5, we can write 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and it will go on like up to infinity. So this is what? This is an infinite set. Infinite set. Okay. Next is x, such that x is a letter in the word sufficient. In the word sufficient, the set is x. So the set includes S, U, F, I, C, E, N and T. So this is the set. So is it finite or infinite? We can count the elements inside the set, right? So this is a finite set and also non-empty set. So now cardinal number n of, let us say this set A. So n of A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So n of A is 8. That is the cardinal number of this set is 8. Okay. Next is if x 1 by p plus 3 and p belongs to n and p is less than 20. So let's write the set of this. Let us consider this set as capital P. So 1 upon p plus 3, we have to put p as natural numbers and also p less than 20. So 1 by 1, 1 plus 3, then 1 by 2 plus 3, 1 by 3 plus 3, 1 by 4 plus 3, 1 by 5 plus 3 up to 1 by 19 plus 3. So this is the set. Okay. So this set is what? Finite or infinite? Obviously it is a finite set. Finite set. And what is the cardinal number of this set? Cardinal number of set P is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 19. So cardinal number is 19. Okay. Cardinal number of this set is 19. Next is x is a vowel in the word y. So is there any vowel in this word y? No, no vowel in this word y. So this is an empty set. And if we write n of, let us say this set as v, so n of v is 5. Cardinal number of this empty set is always 5. Next is 2-digit composite number less than 25. Any 2-digit composite number. Composite numbers are those numbers which have more than 2 factors, right? So 2-digit composite number less than 25. So let's write the sets. 10. 10 is a 2-digit composite number. 11 is not. 12. 13 is also not a composite number. 14. 15. 16. 17 is not a composite number. 18. 19 is also not a composite number. 20. 21, 22, 24 and 25. So these are the elements inside this set. Let us say this set as C. Okay. So these are the composite numbers less than 25. So is this a finite set or infinite set? This is a finite set obviously. So it is a finite set and n of C, that is cardinal number of this set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. So n of C is 11. Okay. So I hope you understand this question. Okay. Now next question is find the pair of equal, equivalent or overlapping and disjoint from the following. So is what type of set is this? We have to find that. So set A has 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3 and set B has set B has x square is less than 2, 10. So it has 0, 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Set B has also 0, 1, 2 and 3. Right. So what type of set is this? This is a type of equal sets. We can also call it equivalent set, but not disjoint set, or we can also call it overlapping set. Overlapping set, because In overlapping set, at least one element should overlap, but here all the elements overlap, so it is also known as equal set. Equal sets are those sets in which number of elements and the elements both are same and equal, and equal sets, equivalent set are those sets in which the number of elements are equal. So here 4 elements and here also 4 elements, so it is equivalent set and overlapping set also. Next is letters of the word follow and letters of the word flow. So let's write this set F O L W and this set as F L O W. The arrangements are different but the elements are same, so the sets are also equal. So these two sets are also equal sets, equivalent set and overlapping set. Okay, clear? Next is colors of rainbow and red, orange, white, black. This we already done. Colors of rainbow set is violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red, and this set is this. So this is not equal set and this is also not equivalent set, because in the colors of rainbow there are 7 colors and in this set there are only 4 colors. So this is not equivalent set, and since not equivalent, so not equal also, not equal set. So this is what type of set? Look, red and only red. Red is the color that is overlapping in these two sets. These two sets have one common element, that is red. So this is an example of overlapping set. Okay, next is x belongs to n and x square is less than 10. So the elements of this set is 0, 1, 2 and 3, because if we take 4, so then 4 square is 16 and which is not less than 10, so we can take up to 3 only. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, next is x 3p and p is less than 5. So this set includes 3p. So 3 into 1, 3, 3 into 2, 6, 3 into 3, 9, 12 and less than 5. So we cannot take more than 12. Okay, so what type of set is this? Is this a type of equal set? The elements are not same, so equal set is not possible. Next, is this a type of equivalent set? 1, 2, 3, 4 elements and 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. Yes, this is a type of equivalent set. Next is, can we say it as overlapping set? Yes, the element 3 is common in both these sets, so it is also known as overlapping set. Okay, now the last question of this is letters of the word boy. So letters of the word boy is B, O, N, Y, and letters of the word girl is G, I, R and L. So is there any element common? Is there any element common? B not present, O not present, Y not present. This is not equal set, neither equivalent set nor an empty set. So and neither an overlapping set. It is not equal, not equivalent and not overlapping. So this is an example of disjoint set. No elements common. So this is an example of disjoint set. So I hope this is clear to you. Next is write all the subsets of the following set. How do we write the subsets? Let's understand. So to write any set's subset, we have to make the pairs like 3, first 3. How can we write these two numbers 3 and 5 in how many different types of ways? 3, then 5 alone, then 3 and 5. Okay, and we also know that phi, the empty set, is also the subset of every set. So this is the number of these are the subsets that are of set 3 and 5. Set 3 and 5 has how many subsets? 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 3, 5, the set itself and the empty set. So The subsets of 2, 4, 6 are 2, 4, 6, then making the pair 2 and 4, then 4 and 6, then 2 and 6, and the set itself 2, 4, 6, and one more, that is empty set. Okay, so these are the subsets of the set 2, 4, and 6. So to find the total number of sets of a given to find the total number of subset of a given set, we can easily calculate total number of subsets of a given set is 2 to the power n, where n is number of elements or the cardinal number, right? So this set has 3 elements, so 2 to the power 3, that is 8. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8 subset. This set has 2 elements, so 2 to the power 2, that is 4. So it has 1, 2, 3 and 4 subsets. Okay, clear? So to find any subset, if the question is asked, write the total number of subsets, you have to write like this. And if the question is asked, how many subsets are present in this set, just use this formula, 2 to the power n, where n is the number of elements inside that set. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Next is state whether each of the following statements are true or false for the set A and B. Okay, first is the letters of the word cloud, so it is C, L, O, U and D, and the letters of the word Kolkata, that is K, O, L, K, A and T. These are the 2 sets. So A and B are disjoint sets. Is A and B are disjoint sets? It means no elements are common in A and B? No. O and L is common, so this is false. Okay, next is A is a subset of B. Every element of A are also present in B. No, C is not present, D is not present, O is not present. So A is not the subset of B. So it is also false. Is B is subset of A? Every element of B is present in A. No, K and A and T is not present. So it is also false. A and B are equivalent set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, total number of elements in A and total number of elements in B is equal. So it is true. It is an equivalent set. Okay, clear? Easy question. Next, some of the basic results about cardinal numbers. So we have learnt about cardinal numbers, that is the number of elements present inside the set. So there are some basic results regarding the cardinal number. First is number of elements in A union B is equal to number of elements in A plus number of elements in B minus number of elements in A intersection B, right? And this we have already learned, that to find the complement of any set, we have U minus A. A dash is U minus A. So number of element in A dash is equal to universal set, number of element in universal set minus number of element in A. This is the second result and this is the first result. We will do some questions and understand this concept more in clear way. Let A and B be 2 finite sets such that NA is this, NB is this and A union B is this. Find A intersection B. We have to find A intersection B. So we already know that N of A union B is equal to N of A plus N of B minus N of A intersection B. This is the result we already know. So let's put the values. N of A is 15, N of B is 24 and N of A union B is 30. This is 30. We have to find N of A intersection B. Okay, so 30 is equals to 39 minus N of A intersection B. So putting this here and transforming this here, So n of A intersection B is equals to 39 minus 30. So n of A intersection B is equal to 9. So this is the answer. Okay, clear? So this is it for today, guys. I hope you understand every concept. If you have any doubt, do let us know in the comment section and do subscribe Medha Guru.